Welcome. Let's practice. Take a moment to settle into your seat. Breathe the shoulders up to the ears and breathe them out back down. Try that a few times. And then settle into the sacred stillness. Thank you for being here with me for this experience. Just connect with the breath. Just the breath. Let that be the totality of your experience for now. Just the breath. A wave of life, wave of energy. Just the breath. And then just notice from this groundedness in your breath, just notice the nature of the mind. Let it wander, yet observe from a higher perspective the mind's wanderings. Staying connected to the breath. Continue this as you bring your hands to heart center. And observe how this gesture resonates with you. As we take to our movement in this practice, keep the breath as the foundation, unwinding the lower body, switching the cross of your legs, beginning to move left arm overhead, side bend towards the right, working the side bend dynamically with the breath, inhaling up and out a bit, and then maybe deepening by reaching the right hand further out to the earth. And practice opening the top arm back and forth, deepening into the side ribs and the shoulder space. So from that breath awareness, mind awareness into body awareness. Hang out, breathe deep, and release up and to the other side. Lengthen up through the right arm, through the right side. Plant the left hand on the earth close to the left hip as you reach over. Then start to walk that earth connection out. Start to extend back and forth. Start to explore the landscape of the body. Finally holding and also adding to our awareness as we practice asana, adding to our awareness not just the breath, the mind, the body, but also the heart. Bringing the heart back tall. Unwind. Lower body, stretching the legs out in a V, straddle seat, and circling. Try to circle through the torso and allow that flow to move down and through the legs. So you're alternately bending the knees, flexing the feet as you roll the torso around. Yoga is such a creative art. This is a new movement I just invented with a class the other day. I'm sure it's been done millions of times in millions of different places. That creativity came through us the other day. Reach up, hands to the heart. Take a reach forward. You might want to bring a block in to set your forehead on or rest your hands on top of. You can also use more than one block here, even if it's just a little hinge forward. You got something. Breathe deep as those sit bones sink. The legs continue to reach out, toes reach up. And taking your time to come out, soles of the feet together. Lean back, countering our forward fold. A nice seated back bend, gently grounding the knees down and out. Pulling the toes back, opening the feet a bit. As far as you're comfortable going back, hands planted with the fingertips forward, so you're rolling the head of the shoulders open, connecting the shoulder blades together. And as your head goes back, the chin lifts up to come out, chin to the chest, sit back tall. Knees meet and feet go to one side. We'll take to table pose. Give yourself a moment here. Actually, we'll take to child's pose first. Take a moment here to settle back into the hips. Play a bit into the shoulders. Relax your head to the earth or a blanket or a block. Expand the breath through the upper body, torso, hips, and legs. Nice. Now coming to table. Rounding the spine, that Halloween cat action. Hold here for several breaths. Then gently change to neutral spine, reaching the left leg back, bending the knee, and circling the hip. Make several big circles here, keeping the upper body pretty still, finding a big range of motion. Go the other direction. It's a fun movement. Nice. Extend again. Prop up on the fingertips. And slowly draw that left foot through to a low lunge. Beautiful. Lift up tall through the head, through the heart. Beautiful. And reaching up. Cut myself off here, but that's okay. You get the idea. Release back down nice and slow, then back up and forward. Take a half split moment. And release the left leg back. Sink to either child's pose or lift to downward dog. Beautiful. Slowly drop the knees back to the earth. Take any wardrobe adjustments that are necessary. And this time let's drop the belly, lift the tailbone, lift the heart and the head. Hold there in that gentle arched spine for a moment. Steady breath. And level things off. See how my middle back lifted, head came in line with that space out of the upper shoulders. We'll pick up the right knee and rotate this hip around. Good. Other direction, you can really press isometrically down and out through your hands to keep the upper body stable as you circle the hip. Nice. Extend the right leg back, then take the fingertips forward and pull the right knee through, nice and slow. Stepping into your low lunge. Beautiful. The back foot on those low lunges, toes can be turned under, or the top of the foot can be flat. Keep the hips level, sink gently as you rise up. Hugging the midline, isometrically pulling the thighs towards each other. Float back down, half split, back through the hips, extending the right leg straight or mostly straight. Come forward a bit and pull the right leg back. Once again, turn the toes under, downward dog or child's pose. Shake the head out. You can keep the knees nice and bent here in down dog or work the legs straighter. Here by my nice warm fire. Love fall and winter, and that we get the wood burner going. It's just such a cozy, nurturing experience. Come back to the knees. Place the hands out in front of you and a little wider. Drop to puppy stretch. And then through to the belly. Keeping the heart lifted. Pause in cobra. We're just going to slowly work the back side of the body here a bit. Extending strong through both legs. Lift the left for a moment. Set it back down. Then the right. Set it back down. Try to lift from the hip. Go side to side. It's a tough movement. Beautiful. Keep the shoulders rolling down and back. Keep breathing. Keep lengthening with the lift. And then press up and back. Everybody to child's pose. Wrapping the arms around the legs. Crown of the head to the earth or a block. Just be. Just breathe. Begin to round up the spine nice and slow to hero's pose, kneeling position. You might want to bring blanket or blocks in under your seat here. Taking a moment to close our warm-ups. the hands at the heart. Thanks for practicing. If you're moving on, hang around for more if you like. From kneeling, bring the hands forward, up to downward dog, pedaling the feet out. A little more active practice here in this 45-minute session. This is our working phase. Let's walk the hands back to the feet, come to our forward fold. Inhale and sweep up. Prayer hands, forward fold again, releasing the head. Walk forward to downward dog. Pedal the feet out a little more. Then melt deep. Walking the feet up to the hands now to our forward fold half lift and release. Full lift, come tall. Exhale the arms at your sides, hands up to prayer, preparing for some sun salutations. Taking it easy the first time through. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, pull the hands through the heart, squat and forward fold. Half lift, bend the knees a little bit, and step the right foot back, knee down. Rise up to a low lunge. Out of the low lunge, bring the left foot back. Modified plank, lowered down, knees, chest, chin. Slide onto the belly, lift the heart. Cobra. Press back, child's pose. Steady breath for 3. Inhale, reach the right foot forward, rise up through the low lunge. Exhale, back down, stepping the left foot through as you inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up strong through mountain pose, through the heart. Beautiful. Preparing for another round. Inhale. Reach up. Maybe take it into a tiny back bend, standing. Forward fold. Maybe the legs are a little straighter this time. Fingertips to the mat. Half lift. Fold. Half lift. Send the left leg back. Drop the knee. Inhale, rise to the low lunge. Bring the left hand to the ground. Open to a little twist, reaching forward and back with the right arm. Making it a little more interesting this round. Beautiful. Hands down. Come back to that modified plank position. Lower down, elbows straight back, heart between the knees, between the thumbs. I did a little extra push up there if you like. Knees, chest, chin, cobra, child's pose. Breathe easy. Inhale, look up, bring the left foot through, rise up. Drop the right hand to the mat, twist toward your left. Play with the left arm, rainbow, back and forth, finding some action through the rib cage, keeping the hips squared off. Beautiful. Here comes our little buddy Asha. Pick the right toes up and bring that foot forward, and down she goes. Nice deep forward fold. Nice steady rise. Up. Exhale, breath to the heart. Take an integration breath here. Then rise up. Fold again. Fingertips to the earth. Half lift. Hands to the knees. And fold. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Step the right foot back. high lunge. Really roll the shoulders back. Pause and lengthen. Your choice here, come back to high plank or that modified plank again. Pausing and slowly floating down. Chaturanga Dandasana. Floating through the earth, then floating forward to upward dog. And floating back to downward dog. Now know that you can always stay with those softer options. Modified plank, knees just chin, cobra child's pose. Nice. Look up, step the right foot through, pause, and expand that high lunge. Squaring the hips, find your neutral spine. Reach the heart forward. Step the left foot up and fold. Keep your boobs in your yoga top. Inhale, rise back up, tiny back bend if you like. Meet at heart center. Feeling the warmth, feeling the love. Starting again when you're ready. Inhale up, maybe back a bit more. Fold deep. Inhale, half lift with the fingertips on the earth. Exhale, fold deep. Lift and lengthen, step the left leg back. High lunge, this time rise up. Reach strong through the fingertips. Melting the shoulder blades down, deepening into the right knee. Bring the hands down, find the high plank. Lower. Elbows come back as the heart comes down. Scoop through. Upward dog. Hug the inner thighs, hug the low belly in as you roll over the toes to downward facing dog. Beautiful. A few deep knee bends here. Look up. Come to the fingertips if you like. And step the left foot through. Rise up again. That crescent warrior, high lunge. You can take it back a little more if you like, or just reach up tall here. And fold forward to come out. Right foot steps home. Forward fold. Rise to the sky. Exhale to the heart. Pause. Beautiful. Roll the shoulders out. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale, forward fold. Lengthen the spine and release. Lengthen again. Stepping all the way back to downward dog now. Shake the head out. Deepen that reach down the back body, through the heels. Melt through the heart and shoulders more as you lift the right leg up as high as you can, keeping it straight for a moment. Bending the right knee and opening the right hip, squaring off the shoulders. Three-legged dog. Press out through the right heel. Beautiful. Level the hips back off, extend the right leg again, and then hug it through and back out. Then step it through, hug it through, and back out. This time, I'm going to step it through to our high lunge again. Set the left heel in and down, rise up to warrior one. Breathe deep, squaring the hips off towards the front of the mat the best you can. Bring the heart towards the right knee and open it to Warrior Two. Palms face the sky, look left and right. Rotating the underside of the arms towards the ceiling, towards the sky. Then turning just the palms down. Deep in. Reverse warrior, reaching up and back. Going through to side angle, reaching across with the left arm. Then floating down to the low lunge, left hand on the earth again, or fingertips. See if you can pick up the left foot with the right hand, or just bring the right hand to the low back, twisting open here. So you have two options there. Beautiful. That's a big movement. Coming back to the high lunge, step back to plank, lower down, rise up, and back to downward dog. Breathe it out. Breathe it out. Reach the left leg back. Extending, bend the knee and roll the left hip open. And then play with hugging that left knee in, sending it back, hugging it in, sending it back, then stepping it through. Place the right foot in and down, rise up to your warrior one on this side. Try to come a little deeper into the front knee. Staying strong down, back leg open to warrior two. Mindful of the shoulders lining up over the pelvis. Mindful of the breath, always. Mindful of your power. Open the palms, sink deeper. Embrace the posture. When you're ready, come through your reverse warrior and through your extended side angle. Be sure to stay light in the left shoulder as you reach the right arm past the side of your head. Come on down to the high lunge, to low lunge. Take your twist, right hand on the ground, reach back with your left arm for your right foot, twisting open. This is a big, awkward, pretty uncomfortable pose. So we deepen the breath, we accept, we move into it deeper. Good. Coming out through that high lunge, plank, modified or tall, knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga, cobra or upward dog, child's pose or downward dog. Rest. You're in downward dog. Join us here in child's pose. Knees nice and wide this time. And if you like, bring prayer hands together behind your neck. Observe the mind, the body, and the heart. All parts of you important. Trying to come back up through table pose. Arching around the spine a few times. And come back through hero's pose, lifting up tall. And if it's in your practice, taking camel pose to one side, left fingertips reaching to the left heel, right arm extends, then try switching it out. Right fingertips to the right heel, extend the left arm back. Nice. Expand the belly and the breath. Come down to hero's pose, crossing right over left for a hug. Open the arms again. Extend left, hug left to over right for a hug. And one last sun breath in our working phase, bringing the hands to heart center, honoring all aspects of ourselves. Turning for our wind down. Let's meet in table pose. Ground and left hand, reach the right arm up for a twist, and then thread the needle. Right arm through under the left, right side of the head on the ground, just above the right ear. Keep the hips tall, pressing the tops of the feet, pressing the left hand a little bit, reaching through more. Twisting it out. Whatever it is for you today. Taking a moment to come back tall. Neutral spine, taking an arch. To cat pose. Back to neutral spine. Reach the left arm up, grounding the right hand down. Thread the needle, twist the opposite direction. Pause. Deepening the breath. Deepening the twist. And come back out. Again, round up through the spine, hold for a breath. And take the hands out in front of you a bit, and a little wider. Sinking back to child's pose almost. And bringing your right knee through to your right wrist. Really flexing the right foot. Lower leg is at an angle. This is pigeon pose. It is a deep posture. That left leg stays extended behind you in line with the hip. You can put a prop under the right hip. You can stay tall here or fold forward as I have, resting your head on a block, your hands or the floor. If you have knee issues, you do not want to do this pose this way. You can turn over onto the back, crossing the right ankle over the left knee and hugging the legs into the chest. We frequently do this posture that way, reclined. This is the prone version. And it can put a little too much pressure on the knee. So keeping that front leg, keeping that foot really flexed. I'm on the edge of my right foot. Do you see that? That is crucial. I'm going to lift up and out, walk up. This is a deep back bend. And if possible, reach back, find the left foot with the left hand. Beautiful. Take your time to come out. I'm going to drop onto, getting my strap, drop onto the right hip. Bring the left leg around. That leg extends straight. The right knee stays bent out to the right side. Use your strap to lasso the ball joint of the left foot and to work into your head to knee pose. So, widening the ends of the straps to draw the heart forward and work this a little bit, kind of row. Then maybe hold the strap a little tighter. Find your way in a little deeper. So I'm working my belly towards the left thigh, keeping the back as flat as possible, as long as possible. Then rounding, dropping the head towards the knee, maybe shortening the strap more or grabbing the foot. Hug in, head to knee pose. Your head does not need to touch your knee for the pose to be working, doing the work. Honor your practice. Lift the head and the heart to come up and out. Set your your strap to the side. And find your way back to table. Roll over the legs like I did there. Nice. Round the spine a bit, turn the toes under, press to downward dog. And if you want, from downward dog, you can step the left leg through, not the right. We just did the right. Or you can drop to your knees and come to it the way we entered the first time. So here on this side, you can see there's an angle. That front knee out to the edge of your mat. And I'm working hard to square my hips off, working that right leg in a bit so it's in line with the right hip. And I want to show you here how you can bring in a prop to support the pose. Since there's some space between my left hip and the ground, I brought the blanket in. I tend to be a little tighter in my left hip, so I use a prop on this side. And again, if it's okay for the knee joint, you can fold forward and pause in the pose here. Usually folks feel quite a bit of sensation in this pose. It's a great way to practice sitting in discomfort, not in pain. Pain is a sign to change things. Sitting in the discomfort of the deep stretch. Good. You can always hold that longer. Come on up if you want and try to grab the right foot, even if it's just for a moment. Beautiful. Taking our time to come out. Sweeping the left leg, the right leg around. You can also use a prop as we do head to knee pose. You can use a prop under the bent knee. Lasso the right foot with the strap. Walk your hands down and work with entering this forward fold with that nice flat back. Excuse me. Lengthening from the seat, from the sit bones, out the crown of the head. Folding once you get to that depth that's available to you in this moment. And pausing in the pose. Deepening the breath. Take your time to come up and out. Clearing your space to come down to the earth on 2 blocks. Bring 2 blocks in a T at the top of your mat behind you. I'm going to roll down into supported fish pose. This is tricky to get into and it may not work for you. You want the edge of the bottom of the T between the bottom of your shoulder blades. And you can see how I'm entering very carefully here. Knees are bent. And then that top block, the T-bar, I want to move so that my head can be supported. So some of us have shorter necks. Your second block may be in contact with the first one. Here I have to pull mine back a little. And then just adjusting until you feel settled into the supported fish pose. You can keep the knees bent or you can extend the legs, lifting the flesh of the seat out of the way to get a little more of that lower back bend. Lift the heart, sink the shoulders down. Keep the neck a nice extension out of the shoulder blades. And then just pause and breathe. Using this as part of our relaxation, part of our finishing. Deepen the breath. Soften the belly. Enjoy the moment. Enjoy every moment. This life is such a gift. Especially the more we allow ourselves to dive into it fully. Take your time to start coming out slowly. If you extend the legs, bring the knees back in. And you want to come to your side to come out rather than sitting straight up, kind of like we do at the end of Savasana. Then press up slowly to seated so you can clear your space completely. And take just another minute or two here with me to twist a little side to side. Hug the knees into the chest. Maybe a little rock again here. Finishing with what feels good for you. Surrendering into corpse pose. And just a short visit here in Savasana. You can take your Savasana beyond this video if you like. Breathe deep through the whole body, integrating, clearing and cleansing. Returning home to yourself. Wiggle the fingers and toes, pedal the feet and knees. And once again, return to your side for a couple breaths. And come up through seated for our closing together. Looks like we'll have a friend join us. Miss Asha wants to be a part of our last moments here together. The hands to heart center. Bow forward. Namaste. The light in me honors the light in you. Thank you.